watching you just kind of digest what had just happened after the fight was really interesting because I could keenly relate to what you're experiencing, almost to the T, right? Split decision, loss, points taken away. It didn't make sense to me at the time because I'd worked so hard. I had manifested it. And
nutted the night before.
Nutted the night before. Even that, which is so fucking weird. We're literally the same person, bro.
It's weird.
That's
fuck,
insane,
that is
bro.
a little weird.
It is weird.
That's very weird.
And things like this happen like all the time, like random little nuances that are completely just out of nowhere, and we both have experienced it or done something like it.
And the one thing that I remember after my loss is everyone was saying stuff to me, but like nothing was really landing, nor in my heart did I feel like it mattered. And even when it first happened, I seen like one of the random ring guys like start talking to you about like, he's like, everyone loses in boxing. Like right away, people are just trying to chirp in your ear to make you feel better. And it's annoying because nothing really gets to you. But was there something that anyone said that actually did make it in there that affected you in a positive way regarding this loss?
That's a great question. I think after the initial shock of about 24 to 36 hours, a lot of the stuff that people had said to me and that were texting me collectively started to think or sink in. But I think the most important things were the discoveries I was making through my own personal thoughts and journaling and the things I was telling myself and actually feeling, because someone could tell you, you look beautiful, but if you don't actually believe that yourself, then you're never going to grow or believe that, obviously. And easier said than done, but it was definitely a collective. I received more praise and love and support after the loss from like friends and fighters and all sorts of people than I did after winning. And I was like, damn, like I should just keep losing because this is great. This is really great.
Join the club,
all
bro.
the love, all the love.
Join the club.
It's not so
This
bad.
guy's the mayor of the club. He's there every Thursday.
I also want to know, because we talk about manifestation a lot on this show, and I'm pretty big into manifesting. I was really big into manifesting growing up. And I think some people know this story. Like when I first moved to Hollywood, right? Look in the mirror 10 times every morning, every night, repeat to myself, I will be the biggest entertainer in the world. I will be the biggest entertainer in the world. No matter if I was partying, drunk, someone was at my house, whatever. I didn't care how weird it was. I did it. And I manifested in a really, really intense way for both KSI fights that I would win those fights. The first one was a draw. So then I told myself and rationalized my manifestation not working with, okay, well, I'll get him on the next one. That's when it's supposed to come true, right? That's when my destiny is gonna make sense to me. And then I manifested even harder, and it didn't come true the second time. And truthfully, since then, bro, I've kind of stopped manifesting in that way because I believed it so much so. I had so much conviction in that my reality was that I was going to win that fight, and that's just not how life unfolded that night for you, because you even manifest more than me. If you go into his bathroom, guys, there's paper all over his mirrors about his goals and his ambitions. Is it going to affect how you talk and try to speak your vision into reality?
Yeah, no, I've definitely been battling with this thought for sure, but I think that manifestation is almost like a cherry on top. It's like that extra little bit of belief and psychological warfare with yourself, and basically essentially like you're hypnotizing your own thoughts and creating an energy around yourself that's tangible, and it seeps into the pores of other people, and then this collectively becomes a bigger energy and a bigger thought, and then if it keeps on growing and growing and growing, that's when the manifestation can come to fruition and actually turn into something. But again, it's only probably 10% of it, and if you don't do it, then if you don't believe in it, then it's not real 100%. But you still have to be physically present, physically there, mentally ready, willing to die, so many things, but it's one piece of the puzzle. And if it worked 100% of the time, then none of us would be sitting here. There's no beauty in that. That's not life. That's not how shit works. Because we would all just wake up in the morning and be like, tomorrow I'm gonna find $1 billion, and you say that 100 fucking times, but it's just,
If you're not putting in the work, then it's not going to matter.
But that's what I'm saying. I put in the work, bro. I felt like I could control my destiny.
But
and
I don't
then
know
when,
if
and then when my destiny was like, nah, bitch, I'm your destiny.
no,
I'm
but
doing what I
you
want.
can't. That's what I'm saying. It's only you could put in the work, you can do all of the things, but still, the destiny is already, I guess, predetermined
Written.
in some sense.
Yeah, it was written.
And you still like, that's why I said it's only the cherry on top. And even if you were physically ready, like, did you have the right coaches? Did you nut the night before the fight? All of these things could throw off so many different aspects, and the butterfly effect of each decision that you make
Is massive.
And by the way, you could still say the things out loud in the mirror, like, Jake Paul will win, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't fully believe it, I think that's also part of the problem, because then you start to second guess those other thoughts.
There's an issue with not doing it. And that, just really quickly, I'm not a big manifester, and what that does as a negative for me sometimes is a neutral brain, and a brain that is at rest will sometimes produce thoughts that are counterproductive to victory.
Yeah.
And so by flooding your day, flooding your dialogue with positive reinforcements, that is acting as a shield against what a resting brain or mind may do on its own. Because the last thing you want to do is walk into that ring saying to yourself, yo, there's a chance I might lose today.
No,
There's
see,
a
thoughts
chance I
are
No,
so powerful, though.
And in fights, I've heard that it can be useful to realize that you are in a situation that could go badly, because it can allow you to react certain ways. But if you ask any uber successful businessman, athlete, entertainer in the world out there, they all practice positive manifestation. They are all telling themselves every day, yo, this is done in the Army and the Special Forces. When they get into that water with that raft over their heads, they're saying to themselves, I'm the fucking best. I'm tough enough. I'm the best. Because that positive talk to yourself does work. There's no question about that. Does it work all the time? To your point, maybe not. But it's definitely more beneficial than a resting.
Well, also, 100% thoughts are all that we have. If you wake up, I bet you if a scientist did an experiment with two people who are the same age, and they woke up every single day, and one said to themselves every single day, I'm old, and they said it 100 times, and then the other one was like, I'm young. I guarantee you the one who was saying I was old would live 10 to 20 years less.
They did a much less version of that experiment with plants. And
playing music and stuff. Yeah.
playing or yelling at a plant
I believe it was playing music.
and telling a plant to grow. And the plant that was told to grow grew.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, here's another thing, bro. Like you said, it was your destiny, but maybe your destiny was made for you to lose because it was the only way to get to Prime or to Mayweather. Like there was a lot of bigger accomplishments that you nailed afterwards.
Well, now it makes sense, but it still doesn't change how I feel about manifesting as hard as I did.
Did you stop doing it?
I don't really do it.
Do you know
ever
what
now.
his bathroom says now? I went in it yesterday. There used to be huge signs. You will be the greatest entertainer in the world. Now there's a rug in front of his sink that simply says 2 words. Fuck off.
That's kind of where I'm at.
That's how much of a change he's made, bro.
Well, do you think that's changed your ability to be like happy and like
Not at all. Happiest I've ever been. Achieved more than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah, but again, then like you're kind of wrong in the sense, because like your main one was I will become one of the biggest entertainers in the world, and that's exactly what you've done.
So that one for some reason stuck and came a little more true.
maybe you believed it deep down? You didn't believe it.
But I don't even know if I fully believe that though. Like that's a tall order, and I'm trying to do cool things, but I don't care about it as much anymore. Actually, I don't care about it at all. I don't care about being the biggest entertainer on the planet.
Yeah, no shit. You already did it.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, like when you're chilling in like the top 10, you're kind of like, well, I'm like here, I'm close to the top. Like,
what's the metric?
vibing,
Who's
like,
going to decide?
This is pretty chill.
Hey there, if you like the clip, make sure to subscribe or check out this recommended clip to my right.